Hey, good evening to you, and welcome here to the Great Western Hyper as we get ready for Frontier Conference basketball here on Digger Vision. Paul Panisco, John Thatcher, as the Frontier Conference is rolling. Everybody has one game under their belt, getting ready for a busy weekend around the Frontier Conference, and our first time to see MSU-Northern in town as the Skyights taking on the Orediggers here at Kelvin Sampson Court. Ladies and gentlemen, again, JT. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm excited for this. I think there's a lot of pressure on both Tech teams tonight. You don't want to go 0-2 to start the season off in this conference. So It's going to be interesting how they both play.
You know, it's funny because, you certainly don't want to start 0-2 no matter what. But then on the other side, you go, well, that's the beauty of the Frontier Conference. You lose to Rocky Mountain College. Guess what? You'll see them at least 2 more times, more than likely even 3.
Yeah, absolutely. There's always another chance, but you don't like to dig that hole. You really don't. It's all kinds of things. These are kids that are playing. All kinds of things go through each one of their minds, and you never know who's stepping up and who's regressing. So you want to win. You got to get W's.
Well, let's talk about the conference play a little bit. Again, everybody has one game under their belts. As we mentioned, Montana Tech with Rocky Mountain College in their opener down to Billings. Talk about the difference between non-conference and conference games. How do you differentiate the two? Because obviously there is a very distinct difference on the floor, mentality, in preparation, everything from top to bottom.
Well, I think coaches do more film study, and they don't just study one film from the previous games. They study a lot of films when you enter the conference part of it, because it's extremely important to get to the national tournament or to win this conference that you study the other time. You learn a lot of things about players. I've always used non-conference season as a means of getting other players ready and putting players in positions they aren't comfortable with to see if they could fill that role. I think we get the collegiate level, it's a little bit different. So I really feel that non-conference games gives you a better look at your personnel than anything else, and I think that's extremely important. Basketball to me is like football. You got to put people in the proper position to be successful. You don't want to have a wide receiver playing an inside linebacker for you unless he's really special. So you got to fill the positions. And one of the things about rotation, they've got to come in and be able to fill a position without hindering what the team's doing. So a lot of studying on the athlete alone.
Well, again, we are getting ready for the start of this one. Frontier Conference action here in Butte, Montana, as Chris Mowat and the Skyights out of MSU-Northern coming to town to take on head coach Jeff Graham and the Orediggers out of Montana Tech. One we always look forward to. Obviously, Moe, a guy that you and I both adore, and I think Butte, Montana across the board does. Just a tremendous individual, and his team a little different this year. These ladies come in here. They are going to scrap. They're going to be real aggressive. And they're going to beat you up inside. This is going to be a fun one to watch to see how it goes down, especially in the block.
Yeah, recruiting went real well for him. He got 2 JC girls that right now are his leading scorers, and they are excellent players. And so he's always going to be good defensively. I've said this forever, and I'll continue to say it. I think he's the best defensive coach in the conference. Doesn't mean he has the best athletes to overcome some things, but this guy can coach defense.
Agreed. And that is the case. So the Skyights come in 1-0 on the young season in Frontier Conference play. They're 10-4 overall. On the other side, Montana Tech comes in 0-1 in Frontier Conference play, and they are 9-5 overall entering this Frontier Conference season. So again, these two teams getting ready to square off. We'll have the men's game after this doubleheader tonight. Then on Saturday, another doubleheader as Carroll College will be in town. The women at 2 o'clock, the men at 4 o'clock. And we'll have those for you here on Digger Vision coming up on Saturday.
Never gets easier.
No, it does not. We're going to get our national anthem, so with it, we'll pause. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll come back, get the starters, get this thing rolling after this. A rare appearance by the Orediggers Choral Union singing the national anthem. Haven't had that one in a while.
That sounded good.
Boy, that's awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, again, good evening to you, and welcome here to the campus of Montana Tech as we get ready to take a look at the starters. Let's take a look at the Northern starters here as of right now. Your starting five for Northern, you're looking at Taya Trotter. Trotter wearing number 12. She is a guard, and Trotter will get things rolling here for the Skyights. Also on the court here is going to be Maddie Williamson. Williamson wearing number 15. Kansas, his Baz Horse is on the floor as well. His Bad Horse wearing number 30. Savannah Toms wearing number 44 in the block. And then Caitlin Forner wearing number 22 for the Skyights coming into this ball game. As you look down through here, scoring-wise, his Bad Horse at about 13 points a game, and Trotter at about a dozen a game. Those two, the only two in double digits. Average-wise, Cheyenne Crass just outside of double digits, 9 points a game. Savannah Toms at 8 points a game for the Skyights.
Yeah, Coach Moore, I had a good conversation with him before the game. He's really concerned about Tech's size and length, and he was actually before the game trying to figure out how to match up with it.
On the other side, Montana Tech starting five. You can see them on your screen as of right now as they'll come out. A real big unit here starting from Montana Tech. You've got Brooklyn Hankwitz on the floor first. Brooklyn, the senior, wearing number 21. Hadley Humphreys will be starting as well. She is a junior out of Idaho. She wears number 44. She'll be down in the block. Macy Mayer is starting as well. Macy, extremely athletic, tremendous defensive player, real aggressive to the basket. Macy wearing number 32, the young lady out of Bozeman. Aubrey Rademacher, one of the senior leaders here on this Orediggers team, is next. The senior out of Kalispell wears number 33. And then Liv Wongren is starting as well. Liv wearing number 30. And she is really, she's that piece for Montana Tech that needs to be active every game. You know, when she's quiet, this team is quiet. It feels like on both sides of the floor. You know, Liv is one of those key pieces that Montana Tech has to get active early, and once she gets active, she isn't going to turn back.
Yeah, those two players you just talked about have to step their game up, especially with the start of conference.
Well, again, thanks for joining us here as the lights back on and Frontier Conference play about to get rolling here. So as we approach center courts, time for our TDS tip-off, ladies and gentlemen. TDS tip-off, Liv Wongren will step into the center as she'll jump it up with Forner.
Well, Northern's conceding the tip already.
Yeah, they're putting size back in the key.
Yep.
As we await what we've got here, so our TDS tip-off, the officials looking. Do we not have a ball?
Well, yeah, I don't know if we have a ball, but secondly,
there we go.
He's got to quit talking over there. Not going to start until he quits talking.
So it goes in the air. Montana Tech will control. So into the offensive side, Diggs down to the right baseline. Pull-up jump shot is up and in. There we go. Nice looking start for Montana Tech as they get it into the hands of Brooklyn Hankwitz, and Hankwitz knocks it down.
Hankwitz made a great cut off that pass, and they were doubling right away to try and trap.
Back the other way, Northern into the offensive skies. Scoop shot to the rack is no good. Left-handed take that time by Williamson, hauled in by Rademacher down the other way. Rademacher to Wongren, baseline jumper, hits the front of the iron, no good. Huge offensive rebound, and Hadley Humphreys is going to go to the foul line.
Yeah, if you don't get a body on her, if you don't box her out, she's going to eat you up and spit you out for lunch.
You know, she's had such an outstanding preseason. I'm just so excited to see what the rest of conference is going to look like for her.
They'll all be focused on her. Other people got to respond for her to be really great.
Adds first is up, hits the iron, bounces out, no good. Hadley, a 79% free throw shooter. And I didn't jinx her. I said that after, you'll notice.
I knew you were going to cover yourself.
Mm-hmm. So Hadley goes 1 of 2. Montana Tech leading 3-0. Full court.
2-1-2.
In the backcourt with it, Williamson. Williamson goes up top. Trottier. Now back midcourt, that's Forner. Forner averages about 5 a game here for the Skyights. Head coach Chris Mowat and ladies. They'll drop it off up top. Pass comes here on the near side, Trottier. Ball fake, spins into the paint, and a block call.
Hip check. Could have called the travel also.
So the block. So Humphreys will pick up the first personal foul. We'll see if Skyights try and get her into foul trouble here early. Nice take into the paint. That one goes up off balance. Offensive rebound in traffic, kicked out to the wing. His bad horse hauls down a big rebound, kicks it out, and Trottier knocks it home. So Trottier knocks down the 3, and we are back here the other way. Long range 3 is up and out, no good. Offensive rebound, second attempt hits the bottom of the back, or bottom of the rim, I should say. And Skyights will go the other way.
Yeah, Tech doing a great job on the offensive board so far.
Buck 40 gone here in this ball game. Tied up 3-all. Certainly one of those matchups you look forward to here in coaching styles. Underneath, good defense inside. Just nowhere to go that time, as Toms just had no daylight. Here come the Digs back the other way. Rademacher takes it to the rack. Shot, no. Offensive rebound again. That one's going to go out of play. And it will be Skylight basketball, as looked like Humphreys had a piece of it and just kind of lost it off her toe.
Good attack to the basket. You got to put those in. Critical.
Skyights looking to bring it in. Montana Tech, that 2-1-2 full court pressure again. Looking to bring her down court is Williamson. She'll dribble into the offensive side. Nice pass to the wing. 3-point shot is on the way. It's up, hits the front of the iron, no good. Macy Mayer clears it out.
Outstanding rebound.
His bad horse had a good look that time. And Liv Wongren on the baseline. Moves it around. Humphreys from the left elbow, no good. Tip to the wing, Northern gets it. His bad horse quickly the other way. Bounce pass, nice feed, good finish.
Tremendous break.
That's a great job as Caitlin Forner puts it down. And the Skyights go up 5-3. Tech the other way. Liv Wongren right to the rack and gets it.
Well, I expect this to be a big-time defensive battle, and they're all getting to the rim.
5-5 our score. Again, thanks for joining us here on this Thursday as the Skyights into the offensive side. Pass comes here on the near side. His bad horse. Again, she is the leading scorer for the Skylight team. Just about 13 points a game. Baseline. And Trottier will step out of bounds. Turnover will go to Montana Tech. So the turnover for the Skyights, that is their first. And it's actually the first turnover of the game.
Yeah, I know, and they're pushing the ball, both of them.
Montana Tech back the other way into the offense. Avery Carlson checks into the ball game. Also out there is Kaya Wasson. Driving left-handed. Humphreys takes it hard. That one no good. Boy, defender really kind of pushed her hard. That was a really good defensive stand by Crass. Skyights back into the offensive side. Stepping back, entry pass. His bad horse into the paint, double teamed. And we're going to get a whistle and a stoppage. Carlson, I believe, is going to get a foul.
Yeah, she was coming to double and ran into her.
6:18 left to play here in the first. We're tied up 5-all. Nice entry. That one won't go. Offensive rebound, Crass. Heavy pressure around her. Bounces it across the key. Trying to find somewhere to go back is Forner. Now they'll kick it out to the wing. Trottier leaves it off into the paint. Nice scoop pass inside to Crass. That one goes out, and it will be Skylight basketball with only 2 seconds on the shot clock. So 2 seconds on the shot clock here. They've gotten good looks on both their entries here thus far. Crass hands it off, and it's going to be a shot clock violation.
Yeah, she brought the ball in, got it returned. She's got to watch. She's got to understand the clock. She's a point guard. She's got to know what to do. She should have just caught it and shot it.
So Montana Tech gets it. And the Digs back the other way. 5-5 our score. 5:48 left to play here in the first. Pass to the edge, three-point shot is on the way, and good. Big-time shot, Hadley Humphreys.
Tough person to guard, strong inside. She knocked the three down.
Diggs up 8-5. Skyights into the offensive zone. Looking for the entry. Pass goes to his bad horse. Now up top to Crass. Right side, Trottier. Long range three. That one's going to go out of play. Turnover will go to Montana Tech. So the Diggs leading by 3 will bring her back the other way. 5:19 left to play here in this opening quarter. Montana Tech leading by 3. Montana Tech across the timeline. Down the right side, spinning back to the left. Pull-up jumper from 6 is up and out, no good. Rebound controlled by the Skyights. Good look in traffic that time. Here comes MSU-Northern back the other way. Corner, behind the back. Drives in through the paint. Nice pass. His bad horse puts up the shot, no good. Right back to her. She'll clear it out to the edge. She's going to get an opening. Fires, no. And that one's hauled in. Back the other way comes Montana Tech. As bringing it down, Avery Carlson. Carlson through the lane, gets it up off the glass and in.
She has improved so much over the past year. That's a great take. Good usage of the backboard.
Yeah, I love her aggression to the basket there. Montana Tech leading 10-5. Skyights with it out near midcourt. Skyights. Pass intercepted, Avery Carlson. 3-on-2 the other way. Carlson drops it off to Rademacher. Rademacher with a right hand puts it down.
Great point guard decision there.
Montana Tech with their biggest lead, 12-5 over the Skyights, and Carlson almost got another steal. Skyights through the paints, up, Trottier lost it, and she'll be fouled. I like that decision by Trottier as well. She knew she had numbers if she continued to go rather than pull it to the wing. And she just attacked and went right to the basket with it.
It's a great read from a point guard. She saw the defense split, and it gave her a lane.
Looks like we're going to get a timeout on the floor. 4:04 left to play here in this opening quarter. Montana Tech leading 12-5. We're back here right after this.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jessica Reisig, an orthopedic surgeon here in Butte, Montana with specialty training in foot and ankle. I chose orthopedic surgery because I get to actively help my patients enjoy their lives. The human body in general is just really amazing. The way everything works as a unit, the way the bones, tendons, muscles all work to function and just make people move is something that I've always found incredibly fascinating. And there's nothing more rewarding than seeing a patient get better because of the work we did together.
Welcome back here once again to the campus of Montana Tech. The Diggs leading 12-5 over the Skyights of MSU-Northern. Frontier Conference action is underway. You know, tell me if I'm wrong here. It feels like normally, obviously UP is on top of the pile, playing really good basketball, some great returners. But this feels like one of the years on the women's side where, you know, it feels like normally we know what's going to, you know who's going to end up 1 through 4.
Right.
And now I just don't know.
Well, I think that's a great statement. I really do think that's a great statement. I don't know either. I know Northern got a big win last week on the road, and they have a nice basketball team. Right now they're not converting to short shots like Montana Tech is. But you got to play 4 quarters, and you know, it's like Tech was down 33-30 to Rocky, never scored for 12 minutes. 12 minutes.
Trottier goes 2 of 2 from the foul line. Montana Tech by 5. Avery Carlson, who's had great minutes here coming into this ball game in this opening quarter. Down in the corner it goes. Badavinik is on the floor for the Diggs. Wanting to go right, Liv Wongren. Wongren, inside it goes, back out to the wing. Carlson, bounce pass up top. Humphrey's going to fire, front of the rim, no good. 3 Orediggers touch that rebound, and the Diggs clear out with it, 4 wide. Carlson's going to fire the 3, and she gets it.
The thing
there we go.
The thing that has progressed her is she is so much more confident than she ever has been. That's a great shot, patient shot.
That's a big-time shot as well. 15-9, Montana Tech leading by 6.
A little slow on transition, it cost them.
And that pass going to go behind her intended target, Liv Wongren, and a turnover will go to the Skyights. Maybe we just need Carlson playing her hometown team a little bit more.
Well,
she looks awfully comfortable.
That could have a little bit to do with it, but I just see her skills getting better and better every week.
Feels like when the game really slows down for her a lot, she's going to take, you see the strides already. Defensively, she has just been a monster since she stepped on the floor.
Well, you can't get away from quickness. She's quicker than a cat. She got great footwork.
Around a screen. And going to get a trip call. Carlson's going to pick up the personal foul.
And I thought that was an illegal screen on Carlson. She got her on her hip, knocked her down, forced her into the person with the ball.
Carlson's second personal foul. That will bring her out.
Guess I got to do my referee clinic for these guys.
Neibauer comes in for her, driving through the paint all the way up top. Three-point shot is up and out, no good. And down the other way we go. Badavinik all the way out on the right wing, puts on the brakes. Left hand to the elbow. Now to Humphreys. Hadley goes left-handed, too much on it. Here come the Skyights in transition. Trottier moves it up top there to Melcher. Melcher baseline, shot is up and too much. Boy, wide open look that time for Crash, just couldn't convert. And back the other way we go. Montana Tech into the paint. Liv Wongren spinning to her left, switches hands, shot no good. Offensive rebound, Brooke Badavinik in the putback. Nice looking shot that time by Brooke, great follow. 2:06 left to play here in this opening quarter. Montana Tech leading 17-9. Skyights with the ball. Nice drive, left side of the paint, taking it right to the rack is Melcher, and she'll get her first field goal.
Defense didn't rotate far enough. They stayed inside the paint. You got to get outside that lane.
Neibauer is going to take it through the lane. Goes up off balance. Shot won't go. And the Skyights quickly in transition. Boy, both teams really have pushed the pace into the offensive zones.
These two teams are playing hard. I don't know how long it can last.
It's no joke. Trottier to the baseline. Up and out, no good.
Good rotation that time by Liv Wongren.
And down the other way, Hankowitz lost the handle on it, and Hankowitz will be fouled. As diving in for the loose ball that time was Melcher. Hankowitz gets up slowly. 6-point lead for the Digs, 17-11. $1:24 left to play here in the opening quarter. Again, thanks for joining us here on this Thursday evening. Inbound, Montana Tech with it. Into the paint, spinning, and that's going to be a turnover the other way. Here come the Skyights. Long. Long puts on the brakes, all the way up top to Crass. Back to Long. Trottier now will look to set it up. 1:05 left to play here in the opening quarter. Tech by 6. They have led by as much as 8. Long, pull-up jumper from 10 is no good. It does go long, and Digs the other way. Aubrey Rademacher to the baseline. Pulls up, no.
It's a good take. Directly to the body, created the foul. She'd have stopped. She'd have got nothing out of that. Great play.
Montana Tech leading 17-11. Strong take by Aubrey. Aubrey 2 points on the day. She's 1 of 2 from the floor. Badavinik will go out. Checking in for the Digs going to be Chloe Sanford. Good to see her minutes continuing to climb here as we break into the new year. And free throw by Rademacher, rattles around and falls in. Rademacher, an 88% free throw
she's
shooter.
A great free throw shooter. Has been her whole 4 years.
Obb's second is up. Back of the rim, no good. Rebound tipped out, controlled by Northern. Trottier clears it out. Digs by 7. Trottier going left, hands it off to Long. Long way outside. Down in the corner to Melcher. Melcher tried the pass. It's tipped. There's a wee bit of a collision. Rademacher goes to the ground, and Crass is going to pick up the personal. Cheyenne Crass tried to go through Rademacher that time. So the Digs by 7. It's about a 3-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. Up top with it, Allie Hauber into the ball game for the first time. Hauber attacks, her shot too high off the glass. Here come the Skyights back the other way.
When I play for one, he usually runs a backdoor cut.
Not that you don't know him at all.
Well,
That's pass into the corner. Didn't see it coming. Crass was the intended target. So Montana Tech will get it back with 5 seconds left to play here in this opening quarter. The cheap seats are already starting to yell at us. Bob Ritterod is making his presence known. Across the timeline, that one goes out of bounds. Montana Tech, 1.4 seconds.
Got to get a shot. Got to get a shot off. Fire it.
The inbound to Wasson, and they wave the shot, but she is going to shoot two.
Yes, she is.
So
that is a terrible foul.
So Kaya Wasson, the officials are going to come out here for a moment. Wasson is going to shoot two, because that is team foul number 5. So Kaya Wasson will shoot two.
Well, players make mistakes, but you don't want to make a mistake with 1 second on that clock.
So Kaya Wasson at the line here for the Digs. Kaya 68% from the foul line on the year. And she will shoot a pair here to end the quarter. Kaya averaging about 7 points a game right now for Montana Tech. The first is up and in. So the Digs get a point with the clock off. Actually added half a second as well. Wasson's second is up and good. So Kaya Wasson puts the Digs up by 9. And that will do it here for this opening quarter. Montana Tech shot 37% of the first quarter. They lead 20-11. With a timeout, we'll take one. We're back here right after this.
Even when you have to weather the storm, even when the unexpected happens, even when the local environment slows things down, we will get you what you need when you need it. We are committed to getting you back in the seat, back to work, back to what matters. At Torgerson's Equipment, we know what matters most: community, family, working every day to make your day more productive.
Hey, welcome back here once again to the campus of Montana Tech. The Digs leading 20-11. Frontier Conference action here on a Thursday. Remember, we have the men's game coming up after this, and then also mark it in your mental Rolodex. We have a game coming up on Saturday as Montana Tech is taking on Carroll College on Saturday. The women will play at 2. The men will play at 4, and of course, we will have those for you here on Digger Vision as well. So something to look forward to as Montana Tech and Carroll College coming up on Saturday.
Yeah, the Saints are coming to town. Great rivalry.
Give me your take on the first 10 minutes, brother.
Well, I just think Northern missed some key all alone shots, and that's the difference in this game right now. Both teams pushing the ball really well. Transition could get a little better for both teams, but Tech made 37%. I don't know what Northern shot, but I know they missed a bunch of short 4 to 8 foot jumpers. They got to put those in.
Northern shot 24% in the opening quarter and 20% from the three-point line. Entry pass, his bad horse attacks, shot partially blocked. Here come the Digs in transition. Liv Wongren passes left to Humphreys. Humphreys into the high post, backside to Liv. Wongren attacks, gets it and goes.
That's a tough pass.
That is. Nice job by Liv Wongren to spin past the defender and then not rush the shot. An 11-point lead for the Digs, their biggest of the night. Skyights, his bad horse gets it, moves it there to Ross. Now inside it goes, his bad horse. Turn around, fall away jumper is up and in.
Yeah, you got to get around the side. You can't sit behind her.
Good looking shot for her. That is her first field goal of the evening. She's 1 of 3 from the floor thus far. Tech leading 22-13. Big collision up top, pass in the corner to Humphreys. Humphreys with the right hand drops it off to Rademacher. She'll fire just inside the arc, and Aubrey Rademacher puts it down. So Rademacher gets the basket. Tech leading 24-13. And the Skyights into the offensive side. Driving down, Trottier. Could have been travel. 3-point shot is up, no good. Saved, and back the other way. That's a huge play by Macy Mayer. Through the lane, Liv Wongren, and an offensive.
Liv should have been out wider. She took herself. The defender knew that right away, and I'll guarantee you Mohawk's teams know how to take a charge.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, Macy Myers made 2 great defensive plays here in this game so far.
That was a monster play by Mayer, keeping that ball somehow in the field. Down the other way, Skyights. Skyights looking to set it up. Into the high post. His bad horse. Ball taken away by Carlson. Carlson.
Great job defensively today.
Into the offensive side, Liv Wongren. Wongren pump fake once. She's going to go scoop shot with the right hand. Too much on it. And the Skyights will go the other way. So the Digs unable to convert. Up tight. An 11-point lead for Montana Tech. Our left side. Trottier. Actually, not Trottier there. That's Williamson. Williamson shot blocked by Wongren. Gets it back. Her pass is intercepted by Aubrey Rademacher.
Yeah, they're forcing Northern into a style of play they're not good at.
Montana Tech into the offensive side. Hadley Humphreys almost lost it for a moment. Up top to Wongren. Wongren with 4 points so far, looking to add to that here. Hits the front of the rim, no good. Back the other way we go. As Northern, far left wing, no-look entry pass down in the block to Wash. She'll turn high off the glass and in. Great touch that time as Emma Wass puts it in. Good-looking shot for her. Avery Carlson up top. Pass goes right side, now down in the corner. Macy Mayer looking for help on the inside. Drops it down in the corner to Carlson. Rifles into Rademacher. Rademacher, whistle and a foul. Reach-in foul. Is getting a piece of her was Forner. So Forner will pick up the personal foul.
Yeah, Rademacher's a really good post player, but they're not posting her up as much as they did last year, and maybe because there was a need for more post players last year. She's an undersized post player, but she's really good at it.
Yeah, her athleticism and her ability to jump.
Yes.
The inbound to Haber. Haber to Rademacher. Rademacher turning to her right. Fall away jump shot won't go. And the Skyights come out with it. Nice rebound by Forner that time. And back the other way quickly come the Skyights. Pass knocked out Kaiawasa. Montana Tech really anticipating passing lanes in this first half.
Well, I happen to think that's what they're really good at defensively. They've got Macy Meyer and Wongren. Those guys get in the passing lanes really well.
Skyights right side with it. Williamson. Williamson baseline pass. Hits the bottom of the backboard. And that will remain Skylight basketball here. I caught myself watching Coach Graham. We're going to isolate a camera on Coach Graham, and we're going to have it'll just be like I almost said it'll just be a workout program where you just have to do what he does for a 40-minute basketball game.
Well, I wouldn't mic him up.
I'm doing that too.
You might have a fine on your hands if you get one here at the school. I don't know.
I'm going to do that as well. 6:08 left to play here in the first half.
I know you never would have mic'd me up.
No. Well, I mean, I would. We'll just edit it a lot. Neibauer, great pass inside. First shot, no good. Haber gets the offensive rebound on the putback.
Haber's an X factor out here. She's always where she's supposed to be. Great rebound. Nice job of swinging the ball. Everything about that play was excellent.
Tech leading by 11. And at the line is Haber. 5:55 left to play here in this second quarter. And the free throw is up and good. 3-point play here for Haber. Skyights trying to get through the press. That one's knocked to the ground, picked up. Still alive. Skyights out with it. And now Haber's going to get a foul.
Haber got her going for the ball.
Tech leading by a dozen, matching their biggest lead of the day.
Tech's playing excellent defense.
That has been the one thing that has not wavered all year long. Their defense has just been incredible. The inbound Down the floor with it comes Trottier. Trottier across midcourt, moving to her right, passes that way, and that one's knocked out of play. Kyle Wasson again there defensively to knock it out.
She gets it. I used to teach just touch the ball. She gets a lot of touches, and they get picked up for turnovers.
5:39 left to play here in the first half. Skyights with it. 3 wide, high-low posts. Trottier driving into the high. Bounce pass goes to the baseline. Double team out to the edge. Now down on the wing. 3-point shot is up and out. No good. Off our defensive rebound, Montana Tech. Hadley Humphreys comes out with it. Bounce pass, Neibauer. Neibauer will get her here.
With a foul, Watts for second. Team foul 3,
So at the foul line is going to be Neibauer. First shot is up and in for Neibauer. So the freshman
is going to be a great player for 4 years.
She is going to be fantastic here. Her second hits the front of the rim, but offensive rebound underneath. Rademacher fights her way to the rack and gets it. So Rademacher will get it down, and Skyights back the other way. Bounce pass, Trottier. Trottier out near midcourt. Down the right side of the paint, behind the back, trying to find somewhere to go is Forner. Forner attacks, left hand, shot is up and rattles out. Montana Tech gets the rebound. Diggs will push the pace. Rademacher runs into a defender, swings it back to her right side, Neibauer. And that one's going to go out of play. Montana Tech will get the basketball.
There's a freshman mistake. This is what she's got to learn from it. She had the ball. They got to get into their offense, not force things.
And it looks like we're going to get a timeout on the floor. So with it, we'll take one, ladies and gentlemen. We're back here to the campus of Montana Tech right after this.
Hi, I'm Dr. Christopher Stanger, and my specialty is adult hip and knee reconstructive surgery. I chose this specialty because it helps patients achieve their maximum functioning potential here in Butte, Montana. I like to ask the patient how their problem is impacting them, what their desires are, so that they can return back to their levels of activity. I can help patients achieve their maximum functioning potentials and, in turn, help them with their pain.
Back here once again after the timeout. Sorry, we're dealing with some technicals here as Humphreys drops a 3. Montana Tech leading 33-15. Switch dribble, Moran. Moran moves it out left side to Long. Long feeds it to the baseline. Trying to find somewhere to go to the wing. Comes out to Moran. Moran spins, bounces it out left side to Long. Long double teamed on the baseline. Travel call. So travel call on the baseline. And that will go back to Montana Tech. The Digs up by 18, their largest lead of the day.
Yeah, Northern's got to settle down and run their stuff a little bit more efficiently.
Tech into the offensive side, Hadley Humphreys. Humphreys fakes the pass, attacks. That one won't go. Rebound, Skyights. Humphreys with 7, Rademacher with 7. Montana Tech right now with 9 ladies who have scored so far. And across the timeline, drifting right, up top. 3-point shot by Crass is up and in. Much needed field goal for the Skyights as Crass puts that one down. Liv Wongren up top, pass goes right. Backing up is Carlson. Carlson left side. Now down to the corner it comes. Badavinik knocks it down. Brooke Badavinik from the corner.
That's what she does best right there.
That's the deal. So Bado knocks it down. And into the offensive side come the Skyights, an 18-point lead. Entry underneath is knocked out by Liv Wongren. Great defense that time to reach across and swat it away. 18-point lead for Montana Tech. 2:58 left to play here in the first half. Skyights in the corner. Pass comes into Long. Long out to Moran. Moran back to her right side. Kicks it out on the right wing to Long. Long to Moran. And that one's going to be kicked out of bounds. It will remain Skylight basketball.
Good defense, got the clock down to 4.
Montana Tech has forced Northern into one shot clock violation already here in the first half. Deep three, that one goes up, no good. And Wongren will track it down. She'll get it off to Rademacher, and Obbs will push the pace the other way. Into the offensive side, Rademacher. Rademacher to the baseline. Entry inside to Rademacher. Rademacher with a right hand, attacks. That one goes over the rim out of bounds. And it will remain Montana Tech basketball. So Montana Tech will look to get this one in here. Outs to Badavinik. Brooke Badavinik attacks. Shot blocked. And it goes out of bounds. That will be Orediggers basketball, his bad horse.
A little bit of contact there.
Yes, indeed. So Montana Tech. Liv Wongren. And it looks like Montana Tech is wanting a timeout here. 2:20 left to play in the first half. Montana Tech leading 36-18. There's a timeout on the floor, so with it, we'll take one, ladies and gentlemen. We're back here right after this.
Even when you have to weather the storm, even when the unexpected happens, even when the local environment slows things down, we will get you what you need when you need it. We are committed to getting you back in the seat, back to work, back to what matters. At Torgerson's Equipment, we know what matters most: community, family, working every day to make your day more productive.
Back here once again to the campus of Montana Tech, the Orediggers with the basketball. Humphreys to Rademacher. Rademacher attacks, separation, shot goes long, and a defensive rebound by the Skyights. Boy, Montana Tech has missed a lot of shots that are high percentage shots.
Yes, they have.
Skyights driving left side. Scoop shot to the rack is up and out, no good, and it's going to go out of bounds. Williamson attacked. She tried to get that one through, and it slides out, and that will go to Montana Tech. So the Digs will look to bring this thing down. Neibauer with the ball, hands it back off to Kaya Wasson. Wasson, as of right now, 2 points, both of those coming from the foul line. Humphreys spins to her right. She has 7 points thus far. Make it 9. Hadley Humphreys. Tremendous balance again by Hadley as she puts it in. Montana Tech leads by 20. Skyights down the other way, across the timeline, moving right. Williamson. Williamson going to her left. Hands it off there to Moran. Moran looks back to coach. Enters into the high post. Crass. And a reach-in foul.
Yeah, you got to jump to the ball and take that away from her. She just let her slide.
Brooklyn Hankwitz will pick up the personal. That's her first. We had a couple quick whistles to get the first quarter underway, and then they kind of faded away. I almost wonder, I thought we were going to get some issues.
And what's interesting is this is a real physical game.
Very much so. Skyights back with it. Mackenzie Long across midcourt. Long passes left to Melcher. Melcher back to Moran. Shot clock at 7. Head fake down the left side of the paint. Pass goes out on the wing. And whistle and a foul with 1 on the shot clock. So the Skyights will go to the line. And at the line will be Moran. Moran looking for her first points here today. Skyights have 6 ladies in the books. They're led by Crass with 5, Trotter with 5. And the first is up and good for Moran. 19-point lead for the Digs. They've led by as much as 20. They've really just continued to roll here. The second is no good. Rebound by Montana Tech. Digs have outscored the Skyights 18-8 here in this second quarter. Hadley Humphreys spins, comes back to her left side. Kyle Wasson, good pressure on her. And Humphreys able to get back to get it into the offensive side. Hadley through the lane, puts it up off balance, no good. Rebound Long. Mackenzie Long, the senior out of Idaho, will bring it the other way. Hands it off quickly. Switch dribble by Moran. Or actually Melcher there, I apologize. Melcher down in the block, nice pass inside to Crass. She can't get it to go down. Montana Tech will slow it down, look for the final shot here of this opening half. Kyle Wasson around a screen. Back to her right side, 3-point shot. Hadley Humphreys puts it down, and Hadley has a dozen here in the first half.
She is so effective in the paint that they cannot get out to guard her because she's quicker than they are.
41-19 our score. Montana Tech with the advantage as we are at the half. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll give you the numbers and more in just a few.
Hi, I'm Dr. Christopher Stanger, and my specialty is adult hip and knee reconstructive surgery. I chose this specialty because it helps patients achieve their maximum functioning potential here in Butte, Montana. I like to ask the patient how their problem is impacting them, what their desires are, so that they can return back to their levels of activity. I can help patients achieve their maximum functioning potentials and, in turn, help them with their pain.
Even when you have to weather the storm, even when the unexpected happens, even when the local environment slows things down, we will get you what you need when you need it. We are committed to getting you back in the seat, back to work, back to what matters. At Torgerson's Equipment, we know what matters most: community, family, working every day to make your day more productive.
Welcome back here once again to the campus of Montana Tech. Thanks for joining us here on a Thursday evening, and thanks for dealing with us there. We had some technical issues that Matt Steppen and I were fighting through, but I think we're okay, JT.
I think you got it. You just had to pull a plug and put it back in.
Yeah, and you kept starting. We have to stop. You have to stop pushing buttons. I mean, especially those big, brilliant buttons. You get so excited.
I would understand me doing that. You know how I am. Doesn't work, press another button.
20 minutes in, we're at the half. Montana Tech has been absolutely on fire on both sides of the floor, but especially, of course, everything being led by defense right now.
Yeah, they're playing outstanding defense, and they're really doing a good job of rotating to stop the baseline drive and Havre has not been able to knock down those short little jumpers. They've got themselves in trouble down there. But Tech's defense is in the passing lanes, and they're getting touches, and they're getting steals, and they're taking advantage of it.
Let's run through here and take a look at the numbers, shall we? We'll start things off for the Skyights out of MSU-Northern. They have 19 points on the board. Trotter and Crass each with 5 points as of right now. Trottier is 1 of 3 from the floor, 1 of 1 from downtown. She's also 2 of 2 from the foul line for her 5 points. Crass is 2 of 5 from the floor, and 1 of those being a 3-pointer. She also leads the Skyights in rebounds with 4, does Crass. From there for the Lights, Wass has 2 points. Melcher with 2. Forner and his Bad Horse each with 2. Moran with 1 point as of right now for the Skyights. So for Montana Tech, you come in, you know you have to keep his Bad Horse under control. His Bad Horse has only taken 3 shots right now, 2 points. And then from there, Trottier's the other one you have to watch. She does have 5 points. But defensively, Montana Tech has to be ecstatic with the way that they have executed in the first half.
No question about it. Northern has to go in that locker room and talk about more post entry. That seems to cause the most problems for Montana Tech, because then they're doubling the ball or trying to help, and there's people open on the perimeter to drive or hit the 3. So I think they've got to attack the post area a lot more.
Taking a look at some of the other numbers here for the Skyights in that first half. They had 19 total rebounds, 7 behind Montana Tech in the first 20 minutes. 4 of those were offensive, 15 defensive. Those 4 offensive rebounds made up for 3 second chance points for the Skyights in the first half. Other team numbers, the Skyights shot 25% from the floor. They were 7 of 28 and 22% from the three-point line. They were 3 of 4 from the foul line to finish 75% from the foul line in the first half.
Yeah, well, Tech's doing a great job of playing perimeter, so they're not really getting great looks from the three-point line. Tech is also doing a good job after the early first quarter start of getting the defensive board instead of Northern had 4 offensive rebounds. I think they were in the first 2 minutes.
I completely agree.
So Tech has done a good job of getting them off the boards and defensively rebounding the basketball.
On the other side for Montana Tech, as of right now, they have 41 points on the board currently. They're shooting 41% from the floor and 72% from the three-point line. You'll take that every day of the week, including Sundays.
Yeah, you'll win a lot of basketball games with that.
You're going to win. You're going to win yourself.
Even I'll let you shoot it.
Montana Tech has 26 total rebounds, again 7 more than the Skyights in that first half. Tech has 8 offensive rebounds, and that has turned into 11 second chance points, which is a huge number for a half of basketball.
Well, it's huge, and Coach Mowatt's team usually do a great job of keeping you off the offensive boards, but for whatever reason today, it's not happening.
Let's see here individually for Montana Tech. Hadley Humphreys leads the Digs with a dozen. 12 points right now. She's 3 of 4 from downtown, 4 of 11 from the free throw or from the field overall, and 1 of 2 from the foul line. She has 6 rebounds on top of it. Hadley Humphreys having a monster here today with a dozen. Montana Tech has 9 ladies in the scorebook. Aubrey Rademacher has 7 points. She's 3 of 7 from the floor. You're also looking at Brooke Badavinik with 5 points. She's 2 of 3 from the floor, 1 of those from downtown. Haley Hopper has 3 points. Kyle Wasson with 2 points as of right now. Avery Carlson with 5. She's had a fantastic first half. 5 points. She's 2 of 3 from the floor, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 steals in 20 minutes.
That's her MO.
That's it.
She's always in the mix.
Liv Longren, 4 points on 2 of 6 shooting, and Brooklyn Hankowitz has 2 points. She's 1 of 3 from the floor so far here in this ball game. The one thing that I look at and I love as of right now, everybody's shooting the ball.
Everybody.
You go back to that Rocky game again, and kind of historically, when this team has got behind or got into issues, they get cold, and once they kind of get cold, everyone doesn't want to shoot the basketball, and it's great to see everybody going to the basket and really getting after it.
Yeah, well, you can't be timid. You got to put the ball in the hoop, and you got to take the shots that are wide open. And some nights they go down, some nights they don't. And against Rocky, they didn't go down, and they're falling here tonight.
Montana Tech leading 41-19. The Digs over the Skyights of MSU-Northern. We're at the half, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for joining us here on Digger Vision. Let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll give you the rundown. Maybe we'll try and track down some other scores and go from there, ladies and gentlemen. We're here at Kelvin Sampson Court on the campus of Montana Tech. We're back after this. Hey, welcome back here once again to the campus of Montana Tech as we have Oredigger basketball here on Digger Vision. Paul Panisco, John Thatcher. We have one half in the books. Montana Tech leading 41-19. Let's get you updated on the other games as of right now. Both of the other women's games are far closer than this one is. In Dillon, Carroll College is up by a point over Western at the half, 28-27. Carroll leading Western at the half.
That's a shocker to start it off with.
Then the other side, Providence is leading Rocky by 1 point at the half, 28-27 as well. That one in Great Falls.
That is, those are two pretty even up teams. I happen to think that Rocky and Providence and Carroll are the top three teams in this conference this year.
Yeah, getting ready for the Rocky game, kind of watching it last week, we know Providence is going to be a juggernaut. We know UP returns so much, and they're so strong. I look at that Rocky team, I really think that they're solid. I think they're one that is going to continually move up in the national ranking, and it'll be real interesting to see where they end up by the time this thing is over, because I really feel like that Rocky team is
they had
solid.
the Detman girl from last year, then the sister transferred in from Fresno State.
Yep, Fresno State.
And she's the real deal. And he's got guards that can shoot the ball.
So we'll try and keep you updated on those. Providence leading Rocky 28-27 at the half, and Carroll College leading Western 28-27 at the half as well. That one is in Western, so we'll keep an eye on that bad boy.
Well, Coach Sayers from Carroll is a second-half coach. He makes the great adjustments and gets the ball where it belongs, so it'll be interesting to see how that one finishes up.
Again, thanks for joining us here on this Thursday. Don't forget, coming your way on Saturday, we have action here on this floor. Montana Tech is hosting Carroll College on Saturday. The women will play at 2. The men will follow at 4 o'clock. As the Digs and the Saints getting ready to throw down on Saturday. So make sure to get up here and join us, or else, of course, join us here on Digger Vision as Montana Tech and Carroll College getting ready to throw down once again.
How can you not love the Frontier Conference? It is so competitive, and so many great coaches in this conference.
I just, we obviously... We've whined and complained and to whoever will listen to us over the last, 10, 12 years as far as scheduling, because of, how few teams we have with only 6. It certainly makes life very difficult at times. But there's something to be said about a small family at times, if you will. But I'm also very excited for next year when we roll everybody in from the East. And we have a very much difference and a very different looking Frontier Conference than we have ever seen before.
Well, they've needed that for a long time, and of course, money becomes an issue, travel becomes an issue. So if it wasn't for teams leaving conferences, then that wouldn't be happening. So the commissioner of this conference has done a great job of putting everything together.
Yeah, it's going to be real exciting, and I'm looking forward to talking to teams, because we're going to go on a 2-year rotation where, is my understanding, you'll have home and away with everybody for 2 years. And then from there, schedules will possibly change. So I'll be interested to see what when the bill comes due, the difference between, travel and trying to get non-conference games now and how hard that is, as opposed to, a whole lot more conference games and very few non-conference games over the next few years, how much that changes budgets and if it makes it easier, doesn't, kind of how all that shakes out.
Well, not every school is as wealthy as the other one, so money's a real important item when it comes to travel.
That it is.
Hotels, meals, gas, the driver of the bus.
Give me your take. What's real important for the Skyights to get established here?
Skyights have to get the ball in on the block. They're trying to do too much from the perimeter, a lot of penetration.
So the Skyights crash down to the block, or down to the baseline, I should say anyway. She'll drift it out top. And the shot blocked. Humphrey's got a piece of it. And here comes Macy Mayer back the other way. Now stolen. Nice job defensively by Forner. Forner gets the steal, gets the layup. So Forner rolls it in.
Be in a hurry to break, but be smart about when you give the ball up. She had the ball, she should have just kept going with it.
Montana Tech the other way into the offensive side. Adley Humphreys going left, feeds it down on the interior. Off it goes. Brooklyn Hankwitz will knock down the jumper. So Hankwitz puts down the jump shot. And the Northern going to call a timeout.
Coach Mott didn't like something he saw.
Yeah, he did not look happy. Which, that said, I've been lucky to know him for decades, and I'm not sure I've ever seen him look happy, to be completely honest.
No, I was fortunate to work with him at Butte High School, and he's quite a guy.
Yeah. He certainly meant an awful lot to you and your program at Butte High, and then, Meg Murphy and company here at Montana Tech many years ago. And this, in the conference, period. I mean, to continue to talk about Chris Mowat for a moment, what he has done as far as raising money for the Frontier Conference, for those that are in need in the Frontier Conference with his Hoops for a Cause, it cannot be understated how much of an impact that has made. The first year was here with Alex Thatcher. And every year from there, it has gone to different schools and just made incredible impacts throughout the communities that represent our Frontier Conference.
Yeah, and raised a lot of money, not a little bit of money. But
very much so.
I'm sure the town of Haver's lucky to have him. I'm sure he's community involved too, because that's just his MO. He's not one of those guys. He's got ADHD worse than I do. He's not one of those guys who can sit.
And that's saying something.
That is.
For those that don't know John Thatcher, when he says he has worse ADHD than JT does,
yeah, that's an issue.
That should scare you. So the Skyights will bring her down the floor after the timeout. Again, Coach Chris Mowat calling the timeout. Lights into the offensive side. Trottier hands it off to Williamson. Williamson through the paint, hands it off there. Pull-up jumper from 6. Nice stroke that time by his bad horse. And Kansas puts down the jumper. She has 4 points. And the dig's the other way. Cross midcourt. Going left, hands it off, Liv Wongren. Wongren in the key, spins back. Rademacher. Rademacher attacks. Shot blocked. His bad horse got a piece of it. And here come the Skyights in transition. Attacking, big collision, and Wongren, I believe, going to be called with the hip check.
Once again, transition for both teams is not 100% here today. Teams getting too easy access to the bucket.
So at the foul line, going to be Maddie Williamson, the sophomore out of Malta. Her first is up and good. So Williamson, transfer out of North Idaho College. Certainly a program there that has had some success.
Lots of success.
Williamson, her second, goes wide right. Battled for it, Williamson gets it. Good effort that time. That's going to go out of bounds, though. Turnover to Montana Tech. Tough break there by the Skyights as they battled hard to get that rebound and just lost it out of bounds.
Tech's got to handle the pressure. They got to just clear out. They're going man-to-man, full court.
Liv Wongren backs it out. Hadley Humphreys, ball knocked away from her. Good defensive pressure again. Skyights starting to buckle down defensively now.
2 of the last 4 times on the floor, Tech was careless with the basketball.
So the Skyights into the offensive side, looking to set it up. Pass goes right. Through the lane, scoop to the basket. That's a great take again by Caitlin Forner. So she averages 5 a game, and she is the leading scorer right now for the Skyights with 6. Nice entry underneath to Hankowitz. Hankowitz gets her balance, gets the points.
She's unstoppable down there. She doesn't get down there enough.
Boy, especially you look at high-low post with what Hankowitz can do and Humphreys. It's a real powerful union underneath there. Shot blocked, and I think Hankowitz got a piece of it.
I think she did from behind.
Yep. Down the other way, Hankowitz will get it. She'll look to hand it off to Wongren. Ball comes out. Wongren able to get it, hands it off. Hadley Humphreys. Humphreys attacks, stops, spins. Shot blocked. Felt like contact inside. Liv Wongren with the left hand goes up and gets it. Wongren with 6 points. And Montana Tech goes up by 21.
Tech's getting all the loose balls.
Skyights into the offensive side. They'll lob it down into the block.
Too deep.
Out to the edge. Trottier. Williamson. She'll fire. Williamson comes up short. Rebound controlled by Brooklyn Hankowitz. Hankowitz down the floor. Macy Mayer. Mayer wanted the baseline. Instead spins into the paint. Scoop shot goes up. Won't go. Skyights quickly the other way. Far left wing, 3-point shot is no good. Skyights able to track it down in the corner. Again, good hustle in the offensive side. They'll clear it all the way up top. His bad horse, she'll fire from the right elbow and knock it down. 6 points on the day for Kansas. 6 minutes left to play here in the third. Montana Tech across the timeline. Liv Wongren. Liv up top, continues to go left. Backs it out to Hadley Humphreys. Humphreys steps back. Thought she was going to pull the trigger that time.
I did too. Why not?
He's 3 of 4. Wongren instead will take the mark. Shot won't go. Loose Northern basketball. Back the other way come the Skyights. They'll lob it down to the paint, tipped away. Brooklyn Hankowitz with the defensive stand. And we're going to get a jump ball possession arrow. We'll swap here. And Montana Tech going to go with the line change. Haber, Wasson, Neibauer, and Carlson will all check in. So a smaller, much faster unit out there for Montana Tech right now. And down the floor come the Digs. Carlson across midcourt. Carlson looking to her left. Pass goes that way to the left elbow. Hadley Humphreys spins into the double team, travel call.
Trying to do too much.
They are not giving her any breathing room here in this second half.
Well, Tech was confused as to what they were running. I was watching the post players trying to communicate with each other by looking at each other instead of talking to each other. It got them in trouble.
19-point lead here for the Digs. And across the timeline come the Skyights. Looking to get things going here. Trottier around a high screen. She'll pass in the corner. Long for three. Gets it.
I was watching Long warm up, and she was knocking everything down.
Mackenzie Long, the senior out of American Falls, Idaho, played at Walla Walla Community College, a school that has been in this building a couple times. Hadley Humphreys looks to answer, no good. Tipped out, Neibauer with great hustle, but Skyights will get it. Haber comes up and makes contact. She looked to the official to plead her case.
Yeah, well, she got her.
Yep. And it looks like we're going to get a substitution and a timeout on the floor. 4:38 left to play here in the third. Montana Tech leading 47-31. Orediggers basketball as we are here on Digger Vision. We're back after this. Back here once again at the campus of Montana Tech after the timeout. Diggs leading by 16.
I like this. Tech come out and they're picking them up full court. Got to pressure the ball.
Skyights long in the back court, brings it across mid. And now they'll look to get the offense underway. Trottier, his bad horse, back here on the near side, Long. Neibauer on her defensively, and that one's going to be knocked out by Kaya Wasson. Again, great anticipation by Kaya. And she steps out and knocks that one out of play. So the Skyights will inbound here. Pass comes into his bad horse. Left wing, Melcher. Trying to find somewhere to go, knocked out. Boy, great help by Neibauer that time. She comes in and takes it away. Little stutter step to Carlson. Actually, no, Rademacher, excuse me. Rademacher with the right hand. Stops, comes all the way up top. Kaya Wasson. Wasson looking for an opening there.
Got to get the ball reversed around the other side of the court.
Humphreys to Neibauer. Shot clock down to 6. Neibauer, ball fake once, spins with her left hand. She'll attack, and she will be no foul. They're going to say jump ball. Possession arrow will go to the Skyights.
Skyights are picking their defense up.
It's amazing how that changes things.
Yeah, it certainly does.
So off the jump ball, Skyights down the floor. They trail by 16, trying to take a chunk out of it before we go to the fourth frame. Skyights, Long, now up top. Pass goes there And my sheets go flying everywhere. His bad horse looking on the interior. Back out to Melcher. Shot clock down to 3. Collision. Goes to the baseline. Long pulls up no good. That's going to be a shot clock violation.
Good defensive run by Montana Tech.
So that will go to Montana Tech, the second shot clock violation. Coach Mowat pleading his case with the officials.
Yeah, I don't know what he's looking for there.
Montana Tech with it. Northern will come with a little man pressure here. Rademacher will bring it down the floor. Obbs has 7 points right now. She's 3 of 8 from the floor, 4 rebounds. Liv Wongren on the left wing. Liv into the high post, backs up. On the arc, shot won't go. Rademacher in traffic almost took it away. Skyights the other way. Trottier to the wing. 3-point shot is up and in for Becky Melcher.
Yep.
So Melcher will knock down the 3, and the Skyights have trimmed the lead to 13. 47-34 our score. Montana Tech up over the Skyights of MSU-Northern. We're here on Digger Vision. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll take a break. We're back here right
Hi,
after this.
I'm Dr. Christopher Stanger, and my specialty is adult hip and knee reconstructive surgery. I chose this specialty because it helps patients achieve their maximum functioning potential here in Butte, Montana. I like to ask the patient how their problem is impacting them, what their desires are, so that they can return back to their levels of activity. I can help patients achieve their maximum functioning potentials and, in turn, help them with their pain.
Welcome back here once again to the campus of Montana Tech. Again, a quick reminder, Montana Tech back at home on Saturday as Carroll College coming to town. The Saints will be here 2 o'clock for the women, 4 o'clock for the men, and we'll have those games for you here on Digger Vision as well. So Montana Tech, down the floor we go into the offensive side. Aubrey Rademacher to Liv Wongren, as she'll hand it off there to Hankowitz. Nice entry into Wongren, and Wongren will finish.
That's what they got to do, is work the block a little bit. It's going to create some success for them down there. Quit shooting threes.
Skyights trying to find an opening, drifting right. Up top, his bad horse with a 3-point attempt, no good. Trottier, great hustle. Liv Wongren comes out with it though, and now she is going to be fouled. Trying to wrestle it away, I do believe was Becky Melcher, and that is the case. So Melcher picks up the personal. So Melcher has 5 points on the day. That's her 3rd foul. Only the first on the Skyights here in the 3rd quarter. We have not had many whistles at all here in this second half.
No, when teams run and penetrate like this, you usually have a bunch of them,
Yeah.
but not today.
When it felt like, even the way the game started, it felt like we were going to get several, and just have not happened.
Disappeared.
Liv Wongren looking to her right side to Rademacher. Obbs goes up top. Now out to Badavinik. Badavinik, Rademacher. Humphreys calls for it and gets it. She'll attack left-handed, no good. Rebound batted around, and the Skyights come out with it. Skyights into the offensive zone. Moran with it. 15-point lead for Montana Tech. They've led by as much as 22. Now the intercepted pass. Brooke Badavinik will get the steal. Brooke's going to go coast to coast. Brooke gets it up, counted the foul. Brooke Badavinik.
I love that she didn't pull that out. She crossed over on the court and did a great job of getting to the body.
Brooke Badavinik will go to the foul line here for Montana Tech. Bado, 7 points on the day. She's 3 of 4 from the floor. And this will be her first free throw attempt, I believe, of the day. Brooke is 76% from the foul line. And that percentage will go up with that one. Tech leading 52-34. And down the floor come the Skyights. Cross-court pass to Long. Long out of the right wing, backs it out. Montana Tech starting to get a little momentum here. Now it's stolen again. Brooke Badavinik steps in front of it. Back to back. Brooke, this time pump fake goes up, fouled again. She is fouled by Melcher, and Brooke is going to go to the stripe.
2 key steals back-to-back. Great job.
Brooke Bedevinik had a timeshare condo at the free throw line when she played for Butte Central.
She did.
And she'll go to the line and shoot a pair. So her first one is money. So Battle right now, 9 points. Trying to become the second Oredigger to get into double digits. Batto's second is up and no good. And coming down with the rebound is going to be Was. 58 seconds left to play here in the third. Nice job, Brooklyn Hankowitz. Stripped that one away. Outlet down to Macy Mayer. Mayer going to the rim. Nice defense by Was that time. Stood up underneath the basket and just held her ground. So Skyights will get it back with 45 seconds remaining in the third. Montana Tech by 19. Long entry pass almost knocked away. Montana Tech getting back after it defensively here. Driving, almost taken away. Avery Carlson will now get the steal. She almost wrestled it away in the first place, and now she comes out with it. Montana Tech's defense has just been outstanding today. Diggs. Carlson going left, passes that way. Brooklyn Hankowitz. Hankowitz now up top to Rademacher. Rademacher with the left hand. Steps through, goes up, gets it. Aubrey Rademacher with 9 points on the day. 21-point lead for Montana Tech. Boy, it felt like Northern was going to reel him in a little bit. Now Batto steals it, fires it. The horn comes up short. We have 10 minutes left to play. Excuse me, Montana Tech leads 55-34 with, we'll take a quick timeout. We're back here to start the fourth quarter, ladies and gentlemen, right after this. Back here as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Montana Tech leading by 21 points. It really felt like at about the midway point of that third quarter, Northern was going to possibly trim this down to single digits going into the final frame.
Well, they've had a good shot at it, but Tech picked it up on the defensive end, and they got away from shooting threes and started getting to the free throw line and getting some steals, getting out in the lanes and getting full court easy baskets.
Northern did win that quarter, if you will, 15-14. Montana Tech with the basketball. Liv Wongren hands it off. Driving left side. Nice take. Shot block. Whistling a foul on Crass.
Yeah, he's made some change-ups this game. Humphreys is not really down on the block a lot today, and I think he's as good as anybody down there. So I understand his game plans because everybody's doubling her down there, so he's putting her outside. And she's done an effective job of hitting threes and getting things done, but I like her on the block.
Hadley Humphreys, 2 of 3 from the foul line, getting ready to shoot one more. 80% free throw shooter. That one rims out no good. And the Skyights will go the other way. Montana Tech by 22, matching their biggest lead of the night. Skyights up top, looking left, pass. Bedevinik almost got her 5th steal. She had 4 in that last quarter alone. Skyights long. Move it up top. Forner attacks and just kind of lost the handle on it there for a moment. Montana Tech back in transition. Liv Wongren across the timeline, hands it off to Rademacher. Out to Humphreys. Humphreys out to Wongren, around a screen.
Yeah, smart timeout. She would have 3 seconds in the key. Great timeout.
Coach will call the timeout. Excuse me. 9:03 left to play here in the ball game. It is a full timeout, so ladies and gentlemen, we'll take one. Montana Tech leads by 22. We'll take a quick timeout. We're back
Hi,
after this.
I'm Dr. Christopher Stanger, and my specialty is adult hip and knee reconstructive surgery. I chose this specialty because it helps patients achieve their maximum functioning potential here in Butte, Montana. I like to ask the patient how their problem is impacting them, what their desires are, so that they can return back to their levels of activity. I can help patients achieve their maximum functioning potentials and, in turn, help them with their pain.
Hey, welcome back here once again as we are on Digger Vision. If you're with us live, some score updates. Western leading Carroll 44-43. That's in the fourth quarter, just getting underway down to Dillon. The other game has Rocky at Providence. Rocky up by 6, 58-52. That one with only about 3 minutes left in the ball game. Liv Wongren into the paint, pulls, fires, no good. Rebound controlled by the Skyights. Back the other way, Williamson. Williamson. Cross midcourt. Spinning to her right, passes that way to Krass in the corner. Krass fires the three, no good. Rebound tipped and controlled, Brooke Bedovinik. Boy, Batto on the defensive side has just been phenomenal today. Batto, switch dribble. Up top, three-point shot, Humphreys, short. Rebound, Rademacher tips it, late whistle, and Aubrey is gonna pick up the personal foul.
That's a tough call from the other side of the court. That call should have came from the underneath official if it was the foul.
Tech will go with their line change here. So they'll go from the scoring line to the checking line. Carlson will come in. Neibauer is also in. Kyle Wasson, Macy Mayer, and Brooklyn Hankwitz on the floor for the Digs. Skyights behind the back, coming down the floor. As controlling is Trottier. Krass up top, his bad horse. Pass goes to Long. Williamson. Williamson feeds it into Krass, back to Williamson. Lost the handle on it, taken away. Avery Carlson comes out with it. Boy, Montana Tech has just taken the ball away from Northern today.
Yeah, and defensively they're taking a lot of dribbles away. They're getting hands on dribbles.
Tech by 22, again matching their biggest lead of the night. Around a screen, Macy Mayer gets it back into the double team. Ball goes out. Whistle and a foul. Macy Mayer is going to go to the strike. So Macy will go to the line here for Montana Tech. Macy looking for her first points today. Hasn't shot the ball much. She's 0 of 2 from the floor.
Yeah, in the crowd.
And her first free throw attempt is up and good. Take a look at my numbers here. Macy is a 68% free throw shooter. Her second is up and good. Macy, high on the season, had 12 points against Southeastern earlier in the year. Her career high is 13 against Providence.
Macy's a role player, great defender, outstanding rebounder.
Tech by 24, their biggest lead of the day. Deep three, Trottier drains it. Nice shot by Trottier. Montana Tech back the other way. Comes out, driving down the left side. Scoop shot, Brooklyn Hankwitz under complete control, rolls it in, and the Digs get back defensively.
Looked real comfortable on that drive.
Very much so. Great entry pass. His bad horse converts. Krass threw that one in from the top of the arc. Montana Tech, Avery Carlson into the offensive zone. Carlson down the right side of the paint, spins. trying to find somewhere to go. Backdoor to Skyights. Her shot won't go.
Great pass.
And here come the Skyights back the other way. Ball comes bouncing out. Montana Tech with it. Neibauer looking for help here on the right wing. Will back out and get things set up.
Good decision. Got to make that clock run. No lead is a difficult situation.
Knipe.
Don't need to shoot threes.
Nice heads-up play by Knipe. Wow. Okay.
Came off her knee.
Okay. So that will go to the Skyights. Neibauer, good effort to try and throw that one off of the Skylight player. And the Skyights will inbound down the baseline. Long will look to bring it in. Long. Pass comes into Trottier. And Trottier down the floor. Trottier up top. Looking to her right. Williamson's that way. Backdoor to Williamson.
Yep.
Williamson gets it.
Great setup. He's been running that since he's in the 3rd grade. And he's always successful with it.
Always. 19-point lead for the Digs. Liv Wongren. Underneath it goes to Haber. Haber high off the glass, and she gets it down.
High, all the way up to the clock. That was a heck of a shot.
Yeah, very much so. Skyights entry underneath is Bad Horse. Great pass, bounce pass right in. And his Bad Horse did not even hesitate. She went up and knocked it down.
That was just a lax defense.
Diggs with it. Skyights backing up. Now around a screen going to her right. Backdoor cut. Liv Wongren out to the wing it goes. As Aubrey Rademacher looking for help. Now to Wongren. Wongren, baseline, wrap pass is taken by his Bad Horse. His Bad Horse gets rid of it, and here come the Skyights. Long, wide open. Long for 3, gets it. The lead is 16.
Tech's got to run clock. They got to get it down to 5 seconds.
Williamson, whistle and a foul as she reached across the front of Wongren. So Williamson will pick up the personal. That's her first. Again, there isn't much foul trouble here. Melcher does have 4 fouls for Northern, and she is the only player in any kind of foul trouble on either team.
Well, there haven't been a lot of fouls called. She wants to lead the team in fouls.
We have seen one team get to 5 fouls, and it was with half a second left in the first quarter.
Not a lot of free throws.
Carlson backs it out to Humphreys. Humphreys, little head fake. Into the paint she goes, steps through, in trouble, tries to get rid of it. Skyights the other way. Lost her balance, his Bad Horse. Goes to the rack. Late whistle and a foul, and it looks like Brooke Badavinik is going to get the late one.
She got her, she leaned in.
Wow. Late whistle. And at the foul line is Kansas's Bad Horse, a junior out of Lame Deer.
Nice player.
Very much so. Transferred in from Williston State College. And she knocks down the first one. She wastes no time at the foul line.
My kind of free throw shooter.
I was going to say the same thing. I'm like, so therefore I love her style. Kansas second is good. We're both a little too ADHD for that whole just stand at the foul line.
I used to ADHD up when they bounce the ball 3 times or more. I'm from the Bobby Knight School. I'd take 2 bounces, get rid of it. Quit thinking about it.
Did you ever find out what Karl Malone said to himself every free throw yet? I know that was your life goal for a while. So Montana Tech will look to inbound. Skyights going to come with full court pressure. I thought we might see a little more man full court earlier. Down the floor, Tech leading by 12. Brooke Badavinik to Brooklyn Hankwitz. In the corner it goes.
Got her.
Back into Hankwitz. Hankwitz turns, fires, no. Defensive rebound brought in by Wasp.
Northern's back in this, a lot of time, 14. Big possession here.
Around a screen, right side, driving is Trottier. Step back, Williamson, 3, no good. Rebound by Badavinik. Brooke Badavinik across the timeline. It's good to see her looking very comfortable on the floor here. More and more her minutes go, and she's going to be called with a walk. That's only turnover number 10 for Montana Tech here in the ball game.
Yeah, they've actually done a nice job of taking care of the basketball, which is the #1 rule in the sport.
Montana Tech leads by 14. Skyights across the timeline. Trottier looking on the inside. 3-point shot won't go. Rebound Montana Tech. Brooke Badavinik calls it in again. Badavinik, as of right now, 4 rebounds.
Wisely pulled the ball out, run clock.
Out near midcourt, Avery Carlson. Carlson, left hand, feeds it to her right side. Hadley Humphreys. Humphreys, backdoor, and that's a great feed and just lost the handle on it.
Got to catch it. Too big a hurry to score.
Really nice entry pass. Badavinik will check out. Carlson will check out. Macy Mayer is back in. Liv Wongren is back in with Rademacher. Also Hankowitz and Humphreys driving right down the lane. We're going to get a whistle and a foul here. So 3:09 left to play here in the ball game. Let me see if we can get an update on the other scores here.
Good substitution. Put Carlson back in. Handle the ball.
Rocky leading by 8, and actually it's a win. Rocky beats Providence in Great Falls 60-52.
That's 2 losses for the #1 predicted team in the conference.
And that's it. And the other game is in Dillon. Western leading Carroll 52-48 with about 5 minutes left in that one. So Rocky knocks off Providence. And they'll jump to 2-0 in Frontier Conference play. Full court pressure, full court man.
Carlson's got to handle the ball.
Hadley Humphreys hands it off to Carlson. 12-point lead for the Digs. 3 minutes left to play. Hadley Humphreys going left. To Liv Wongren in the high post. Liv, left hand, shot is up and rattles out. Bounces off the saran wrap and we go back the other way. Skyights with it. Skyights shooting 35% from the floor. Montana Tech at 40% today. Around a screen. Trottier, she has 10 points on the day. Moves it up top, his bad horse. Shot blocked. Brooklyn Hankowitz gets a piece of it.
That's a big block this phase of the game.
Montana Tech has 6 block shots today. Carlson out near midcourt. She's going to take it through the lane. Pass into the corner, Wongren. Good job holding on to it. Ball knocked out for a moment. Tech leading by 12. Wongren around a screen. Almost lost the handle on it. Gets it out to Rademacher. Rademacher. Hadley Humphreys. Rims out. Long grabs it. Skyights the other way. Under 2 minutes left. Skyights coast to coast, and a whistle and a foul. Carlson's going to pick up the personal.
She's playing great defense, but she reached down. When that arm goes down, they're going to the line.
Macy Mayer will check in. 1:53 left to play here in the ball game. Tech leads by a dozen. At the line is going to be Trottier. She has 10 points on the day. She's a perfect 5 of 5 from the foul line. Boy, she has a great-looking stat page. 11 points right now for Trottier with 6 rebounds and 8 assists.
She's a good player.
She gets another. So Trottier, 12 points, 8 assists, 6 rebounds, and the lead is 10.
Going to pick them up full court. Got to.
1:53 left to play here in the ball game. Montana Tech leads by 10 with a timeout. We'll take one. We're back here right after this. Welcome back here once again to the campus of Montana Tech. We are here on Digger Vision. Paul Panisco, the lovely and talented John Thatcher. Diggs lead by 10. Full court pressure. Humphreys in the backcourt trying to find somewhere to go. Double team. Down the floor she goes to Wongren. Wongren to Macy Mayer. Mayer with a layup, no good. Loose, whistle and a foul, and Rademacher is going to pick up the personal. So Aubrey Rademacher will pick up the personal. Skyights will go the other way, try and trim this. Actually, that's team foul 5. So Skyights will go to the line. They'll shoot 2 for the remainder of this one. 100 seconds remaining in this ball game. So Tech, substitute here. Kyle Wasson, Avery Carlson in. And at the foul line is Williamson. Addie Williamson, a sophomore, again out of Malta. She has 4 points on the day. She's 2 of 3 from the foul line. Williamson is the leading rebounder on the floor. She has 10 total rebounds. That is a number that has changed. Montana Tech had 7 more rebounds in the first half. And now we are tied up 38 apiece. So the Skyights have done a much better job going to the glass here in the second half.
Yeah, well, they've controlled their offense a little better, and they're looking for penetration. They're hitting the block. They're not shooting as many threes.
9-point lead for the Digs. Wongren, Hadley Humphreys. Now to Carlson in the backcourt. Trap coming. Lobs it into the offensive side. Humphreys. 90 seconds left. Humphreys, double team coming. Kyle Wasson.
You got to attack the basket. There you go. You got to take it to the hoop, get to the line.
Block call out near midcourt. Now Montana Tech will go to the line and shoot 2. And Kyle Wasson will go to the stripe. She's 2 of 2 from the foul line today.
She's got to make one of them to make it a 4-trip play for Northern.
So Kaya will go to the line here. She'll get the ball for attempt number 1. Knocks it down.
She's one I wouldn't mind having at the line when it's critical time.
No,
she's a good shooter.
Remotely. That she is. Wasson gets ready for number 2. 3 points. Make it 4, all from the foul line today. And Skyights back the other way. Trottier to the left elbow, his bad horse. His bad horse backs it out to Trottier once again. Trottier here on the near side to Long. Long wants the baseline. Shot blocked. Kaya Wasson saved by Aubrey Rademacher. Stepping through, timeout. Nice job by Coach calling the timeout from 147 feet away.
Kind of. They need to foul now. Northern needs to foul, and I think they actually fouled her when he hollered the timeout.
Gotcha. 102 left to play here in this contest. Montana Tech leading 64-53. Great ball game here. We certainly have been treated to a good one. Montana Tech defensively has been awfully strong.
Well, Northern got buried early, and anytime you got to give that effort. They had 2 great runs. They pulled it within 10, and then it got opened up again, and they've made a nice run here.
As we mentioned earlier, Rocky knocked off Providence 60-52, so Rocky is 2-0 in conference. The other game has about as much time as we do, and it's tied up 54 all. So Carroll at Western, 54 all. Let me see if we can. Oh, it will. I was like, I'm not sure if it'll let me look at the points, but let's look. Individually, Carroll led by Addie Ekstrom, 16 points for Addie. Kendall Keller has 11. Looks like Karstetter has 10 for Carroll. On the other side, Kiki Davis for Western leads him with 21. Peyton Hagee with 11.
She has really come on here in the last, I don't know, month, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, she was a great addition. But her sophomore year, I think, at Western, is that right?
Missoula Hellgate, Missoula Big Sky, one of those
Big
two
Sky.
she played at.
I want to say Big Sky.
It was really a good high school player.
Yeah. Montana Tech will inbound here. Rademacher in the backcourt moves it across to Wasson. Wasson into the offensive side. We go to Rademacher. Rademacher holding on to it. And a huge collision. Now we'll get a whistle and a foul. Thought we were going to get one a little earlier than that. As going down hard was Caitlin Forner.
You know, I used to tell my teams that's not a hot potato. Don't panic pass. You've got timeouts. Use them.
So Horner will go to the line. Senior out of Camas. Therefore, I assume she was a paper maker in high school.
Camas, Washington, Canada, Detroit.
Washington. Camas, Washington, man, the paper makers.
I don't know anything about it.
Paper makers.
Historically, you're helping me.
Paper makers, man, come on. gorgeous school, like a newer school, probably, I want to say 10, 12 years old, maybe, right in that vicinity. 10-point lead for the Digs.
I'll have to go there someday.
I have cousins that went through it. That's the only reason I know. Yeah.
I was wondering why you knew it.
I believe their football team played for the state title this year and lost in the state title. And Montana Tech will go the other way, shoot some free throws here, leading by 10. 49 seconds left to play here. Montana Tech looking to go to 1-1 in conference. Northern would also go to 1-1 in conference if the Digs are able to put this one into the record books.
Well, they're in good position now. They got the right free throw shooter at the line.
So again, as of right now, Rocky is 2-0. They are on top of the Frontier Conference pile.
And I jinxed her.
And Wasson's first bounces off the back of the iron, no good. We'll get our first top 25 rating again this Wednesday for the first one since, well, before Christmas. Skyights down the floor, drifting out to the right side. Nice entry pass, slash to the basket, won't fall as that take by Melcher. And Montana Tech will play keep away here, try and get it across the timeline. Ball stripped away. Shot blocked now, Wasson, and she'll get the personal foul.
She's they always foul after they turn it over. She's not happy with herself right now.
31 seconds left to play here in this ball game. Some substitutions here for a moment. Tech leading 65-54. Let's see if we can get you an update on that Carroll Western score here. Carroll by 1 with 10 seconds left. I don't know who has possession. It does not show me that here on this handy-dandy NAIA website. Second free throw is up and good. 10-point lead by the Digs. 31.8 seconds left to play.
Designed a play to get the ball in.
So again, thanks for joining us here on Digger Vision as game one of our doubleheader here. As Montana Tech leading by 10. They have led by as much as 22 here today.
Northern has battled back 2 or 3 times.
Yep.
Their mistakes today were off the dribble. They had a lot of turnovers off the dribble.
And Montana Tech has adjusted well to them coming at them. You know, they like you say, Northern in the third quarter there, it really felt like Northern was going to trim it to single digits in the third, and then Montana Tech went on a great run there to grab the momentum going to finish the third, I should say.
Well, and that was because of defense. They picked up full court.
Yep. Double team, ball goes out of bounds, Northern basketball. Double team on Wasson.
Got to teach her how to step through that trap.
So the Skyights will inbound, 28 seconds remaining. Brooklyn Hankowitz will check in for the defensive side here. Skyights long will bring it in. Trottier across the timeline. Trottier behind the back, moving right. Game clock down to 20 seconds. Long trying to find an opening. Crass.
Great defense to force the clock.
Long range three, no. Rebound, Humphreys. Humphreys steps through, hands it off to Wongren. Trap coming, they get it into the offensive zone. Aubrey Rademacher holding on to it. Now to Humphreys, and this one will go into the record books. The Orediggers will go to 1-1 in Frontier Conference play as they take down the Skyights 65-55. The Skyights also 1-1 here in Frontier Conference play. JT, give us your final thoughts.
Well,
brother.
defense won this game for Montana Tech, no question about it. And I really, I like the way Coach Moa's team managed to get back in it, but they could never get over the hump and cut it under double digits. Outstanding basketball game.
So once again, our final, Montana Tech gets the win, 65-55. Some numbers, Montana Tech shot 38% from the floor, Northern at 33%. Individually, Montana Tech was led by Hadley Humphreys, 13 points for Hadley. She also had 8 rebounds and 3 assists here on the evening. She was the only player for Montana Tech to get into double digits. Just outside of double digits, Aubrey Rademacher got 9 points. Brooke Badavinick off the bench with 9 points and 5 rebounds for Montana Tech. From there, Brooklyn Hankowitz had 8. Liv Wongren with 8 points. Macy Mayer with 2. Avery Carlson and Kaya Wasson each had 5. And Neibauer goes 1 of 2 from the foul line for 1 point here on the day, as Montana Tech, only one person that got on the floor didn't score, and that was Chloe Sandiford. Otherwise, Montana Tech had 11 ladies score in this ball game.
That's big in the game of basketball. When you can share it and score it, you're going to win some games.
On the other side here for the Skyights, leading scorer was Trottier, 13 points for her. His Bad Horse will finish with a dozen. From there, you have Long with 6, Crass with 5. Forner with 7 points on the day. Williamson got 4, Melcher with 5, and Moran with 1 point. So again, Montana Tech with the win. They and Northern both go to 1-1 in Frontier Conference play, and we're getting ready for the men's game. Montana Tech taking on the Skyights, or the Lights rather, I should say, here as they are getting warmed up on the Kelvin Sampson court. Paul Panisco, John Thatcher, game 1 of our doubleheader behind us. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll get the men's game coming your way in just a few.